Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
Wake Up the Rooster says no audio, and I apologize. We've been going on here for the last little bit, and it looks like we didn't have our audio clicked in. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is here to Anko Lin, and it's a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. And he is going to be gone. They're going to throw down to first base, and that is going to retire Lin for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, we appreciate you for letting us know there, Wake Up the Rooster. You woke us up, as that is the first inning in the books. There is no runs in the inning, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. Maybe some of our best audio we've ever had while we were on mute. Welcome to the channel, everybody. We are glad that you're here with us. It is going to be Japan coming to bat in the bottom of the 1st. Chinese Taipei left a runner stranded at second. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. We're glad we sorted it out. We are here for sure. We'll be right back in just a few. Hang tight, everybody. It is Chinese Taipei nothing and Japan coming to bat in the bottom of the 1st. We'll be right back in just a couple moments after this musical timeout with all the action. Welcome back, everybody. I'm going to give you the Japanese starting lineup really quickly because apparently our mic was not on and we gave everybody the lineups, went through everything, and we've missed ourselves about a 13, 14-minute stretch of audio. It is going to be Kuwahara to lead it off, the left fielder. It'll be Kaito Kazono to bat second. Ryosuke Tatsumi hits third. Shota Morishita in the cleanup spot. Ryoya Kurihara is hitting fifth. Shugo Maki is in the sixth spot. Batting seventh is Sosuke Genda. Kaito Sano is 8, and Shogo Sakakura is batting ninth and doing the catching. It is Yumin Lin on the mound as the left-hander ready to get himself going, and the first pitch is on the way. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Kuwahara, 5 for 28 in the tournament. No homers and 1 run batted in. I have not seen Lin pitch, but he is got all kinds of quirky movements. Fastball swung on it is line foul just down the right field line, and the count now goes to 0-2. He is right there with nasty Nestor Cortez as he's got all kinds of rocking and jiggling going on. So no balls and 2 strikes to Kuwahara. I can tell you what it looks like. It's a kind of a combination as that fastball misses outside. When Jordan Romano with the Toronto Blue Jays first came to the big leagues, how he used to have this squat before he would come set. And then you take Luis Garcia of the Houston Astros, the way he rocks the baby, and you add Nestor Cortez in there. That's how it looks. He's got all 3 of those things going on. Fastball misses upstairs and is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kuwahara. Our friend God is Great, who was in the stream earlier, we were even talking to him, and he was responding, but maybe not necessarily responding with what we were asking or commenting. Fastball swung on, lined into right field, coming hard and making the catch is Lin, and Kuwahara is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Kaito Kazono. Well, for Kazono, he is 12 for 27 in the tournament. He's got a couple of homers and 8 RBIs. As I was talking about in the previous inning, it was Chi Xian Chen, the left fielder for Chinese Taipei, has basically etched himself onto the tournament all-star team. One would have to say that Kazono has to be right there with him as he fouls off the first pitch into his foot. Count is 0-1. Our friend Kenta Maeda, 18, says, what's your prediction for the game today? I'd love to be partisan and say that we're not going to make a prediction, but everything points towards Japan playing at home. One would have to think Chinese Taipei is in tough for this one as that breaking ball misses inside and the count is 1-1. Just for Chinese Taipei to be here is a little bit as an accomplishment for them for sure. I don't know if I would have picked them as a pre-tournament favorite to be in the Final Four, let alone to be in the final, as there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away into the seats over on the third base side. So Japan obviously being the heavy favorite, as well as being at home, which is another factor that would play into this. At least in my opinion, that is where that would be. But in a one-game knockout, one-game situation, anything can happen. And that's what makes it exciting. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and a nice catch there by the catcher, Lin, who was able to hang on to it. That's going to retire Kazono on strikes for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Ryosuke Tatsumi. Well, for Tatsumi, he's 8 for 26 in the tournament. No homers and 5 runs batted in. Batting from the left side here against the hard-throwing Lin. That last pitch was at 93 miles an hour that missed outside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Lin getting his sign, and he rocks into this elaborate windup. Here's the pitch. Fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. Our friend Wake Up with the Rooster says he blew the last prediction, so he's staying quiet. Yeah, you hate to say it's the favorite here. Heavy favorites Japan. As I say, anything can happen in a one game. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-1. I guess more than anything, what I'm looking for is a tight and exciting game, and I don't want to sound again partisan where you don't really care, but if we ended up being an 8-0 game in the second inning, we'd be talking to ourselves. There was a breaking ball swung on it, is chopped softly down the first base line foul, and that's going to run the count to 2-2. So to sit here for 9 innings, there would be nothing worse than having a game that ends up being a blowout. This here certainly would be something that I'd be interested in if it was a 3-2 affair or 5-4. Something close, or at least close for most of the game. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tatsumi as the lefty kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that just misses upstairs. Lin was starting to walk off the mound as if it was strike 3, but the home plate umpire had none of it. And that runs the count full now to Tatsumi. But I have to tell you, the pitch wasn't all that bad. I'm not sure that I was a big fan of the way that the catcher Lin received it. So here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, chopped softly over to second. Fielding on the run is the second baseman, Yu. He throws to first. And Tatsumi's in the books on a ground out, 4-3. So 3 up and 3 away here for Japan in their half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. We are through 1 complete. Your score is Chinese Taipei 0 and Japan 0. The top of the second is just around the corner. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel, and we'll be right back after this. We got a 0-0 ball game. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. Soshi Togo is just completing his warm-up tosses, and we'll be ready to resume the action in just a couple moments. It is Chikai Pan, Kunyu Chiang, and Tunghu Ye to come to the plate here in inning number 2. Game at the Tokyo Dome here tonight, featuring Samurai Japan and Chinese Taipei. They are 1 inning in the books, and it is locked at zeros. So Togo, who is getting the start, trying to write some history tonight for the Japanese to get themselves another victory. Here comes the first pitch. It is a fastball that catches the outside corner for called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. Pan in the tournament, 9 for 28, homer and a couple of RBIs. As the right-hander delivers, it is a breaking ball swung on and tapped foul over on the first base side. The count now goes to 0-2. Defensively for the Japanese tonight, from left to right field, Kuwahara is in left, Tatsumi in center, Morishita in right. As Togo rocks into the windup and delivers, it's a fastball that bounces to the plate. And the count is now 1-2. Around the horn from first to third, it is Maki at first, Kazono at second, Genda at short, Kurihara at third with the battery of Togo and Sakakura. There's a split finger pitch swung on and missed. And Pan goes into the books for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. And that is going to bring up the shortstop, Kunyu Chiang. Well, for Chiang, he is 5 for 20 in the tournament. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. Gets the start at shortstop here this evening. As the first pitch on the way is a split finger pitch waved at and missed. And the count is quickly 0-1. Chiang has made some absolutely outstanding plays at shortstop in the tournament. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on and is fouled straight back into the home plate umpire, right into the mask. As he is going to do a quick little look, the American umpire is. He took that one flush. That is right there. Actually, he was very fortunate. Just got him to the right of the front part of the mask. The 0-2 on the way is a split finger pitch misses down, and the count now goes to 1-2. Sometimes you get a foul ball in the mask, that'll stiffen you right up. There are some catchers that have retired from professional baseball because of their concussions. Mike Matheny is the first one that comes to mind, as that fastball swung on and it's lifted into the seats foul, and the count is 1-2. But there were some umpires over the years, too, that had their fair share of foul tips into the mask. And as the pitch is the 1-2 is on the way, it is a split finger pitch swung on. It is lifted into shallow right field. Coming in is Morishita. He's called everybody off, and he makes the catch. And Chiang is going to be gone for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that is going to bring up Tunghua Ye. Well, for Ye, he is 3 for 12 in the tournament. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. Getting the start here at second base for the game this evening. As the right-hander Togo rocks into the windup and delivers a fastball that catches the outside corner for called strike. 95 miles an hour on that last pitch. So no balls and 1 strike to Ye. Togo again kicks and delivers. There's a split finger pitch waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. They talk about hitters. They might only get 1 pitch in an at-bat to have to be able to hit. And you can't miss it. Here comes the 0-2. Fastball backs Ye off the plate. The count is 1-2. And for Ye, that first pitch might have been the first pitch that he saw in this at-bat. Here comes the 1-2. As Togo delivers, it's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Togo rubs up the baseball. He's ready to go again as he checks his side from his catcher, Sakakura. He rocks into the delivery. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good job there of defensive hitting there by you just to get a piece to foul it off. There's a split finger pitch that misses down and away, and the count goes to 3-2 on you. Again, Togo rocking himself into the windup. Here comes the pitch. And it is a split finger pitch swung on and missed, and he goes in the books for out number 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 in the ball game for Togo. And Chinese Taipei goes in order here in inning number 2. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the second inning. It is Chinese Taipei nothing and Japan nothing. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these. We have our friend Steve Rademacher with us again tonight. Check out his channel after the game and let him know Last Rounds Baseball sent you. We'll be back in just a few.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name. And I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the heart of the order coming to bat for Samurai Japan here in inning number 2. That means Shota Morishita, Ryoya Kurihara, and Shugo Maki to come to bat here to face the left-hander Yu Min Lin. Morishita has enjoyed himself a pretty good tournament. There's another candidate for an all-star team at this point. He is 10 for 24. He's got a homer and 9 runs batted in. Batting from the right side here against the left-handed throwing Yu-Min Lin. So Lin rocking into this windup, and he delivers. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. 15 pitches in the first inning for Lin, as Morishita here waits on the offering. And he kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on and it's chopped foul. And it's going to bound itself into the temporary seating on the third base line. And the count is 0-2 to Morishita. So no balls, 2 strikes. Lin again rocking into this windup. And now he kicks and fires. Fastball misses way upstairs. The count is 1-2. Defensively tonight for Chinese Taipei, it is Chi Xian Chen in left. The center fielder is Chen Wei Chen with Li Lin in right field. As the pitcher Lin rocks and delivers a breaking ball that misses outside, the count goes to 2-2. Around the horn from first to third, it is Chi Kai Pan at first. The second baseman is Tung Hua Ye. With the shortstop Cheng Yu Chang, and the third baseman third baseman is Chen Yu Chang, and Kun Yu Chang is the shortstop. And there's a ground ball hit to short. It is fielded by Chang. He fields it moving to his left. He throws to first. And that is going to retire Morishita on a ground out 6-3. So there is 1 in the books here. That'll bring up the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara. And for Kurihara, he steps to the plate tonight. He is 6 for 19. No homers and 5 RBIs. We left out the battery, of course, for Chinese Taipei. It is Lin on the mound, and the catcher is Lin. So the pitcher, Yu-Min Lin, and Chi Cheng Lin behind the plate. First pitch to Kurihara missed outside for a ball, 1-0. Kurihara waiting here on the offering from the lefty, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that is taken for a called strike. Looks like we're going to have to hang in here for a while tonight because the home plate umpire is really slow and methodical going up with that right hand. It is 1 strike here to Kurihara. And there is a breaking ball that is swung on, and it is hit foul down the left field line. Count goes to 1-2. Wake Up with the Rooster sends his regards to Steve. Yeah, Steve might not be with us. He's with us, but he's not with us. He'll probably come back and check the game a little later. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes to 2-2. One thing I have to say, the home plate umpire so far tonight has been a little stingy at pitches up in the zone. But he has made the calls. He has the lefty Lin ready to go. And the pitch on the way, it's a slow breaking ball that almost hits Kurihara as he ducks himself out of the way. And the count now is full. One thing about the pitcher, Yumin Lin, he has a lot of tattoos. It's not something that you see as common, certainly not in the Japanese players. But he has almost full-on sleeves on both his left and right arms. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and chopped foul behind home plate, and the count remains at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. The lefty ready to go again as Kurihara waggling the bat. And now he kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on. This is popped up into shallow left field. Moving in on it is the left fielder, Chen, but moving back is the shortstop, Chang, and he's going to be there to make the catch. And that is going to retire Kurihara for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it up to the first baseman, Shugo Maki. Well, one of the things that we've noted, and we were asked earlier who we think is going to win, our friend Kentama8018 asked the question. And I said, well, everything points to Japan, certainly, as there's a first pitch fastball that is absolutely hammered foul down the left field line, and the count is quickly 0-1. The thing with this game here tonight, as I was saying before, how I'd like to see a competitive game between two teams, as the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1 on Maki. We have seen some games that once the starters leave, the game starts to fly in different directions, and I would expect that tonight, that this game is going to be fairly close. But as it progresses, it might start to spread a little bit wide on us here, certainly when we get into the bullpens, as there's a fastball that misses up and away. 2-1 here to Maki. Unfortunately, analytics is not just in North America, it is all over the globe now. And so some of these teams will be basing their moves based on a computer, as there's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back. The count is 2-2. And what people have to realize is analytics are there as a guide. They're there to help you make decisions, not to be the be-all and the end-all. And I think that how you use it and how you adjust to it certainly would help you in your managerial roles. There's a fastball taken right down the middle for a called third strike. And Shugo Maki stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 3, and that is going to do it here for Japan in the second. They go in order again, 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. We're now moving to the top of the third inning. Your score is Chinese Taipei 0 and Samurai Japan 0. We'll be back in just a little bit with all the action. Appreciate you guys for being with us here tonight.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. Soshi Togo has completed his warm-up tosses, and we are ready to resume the action, as it is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to come to bat for Chinese Taipei in inning number 3. That means Chi Cheng Lin, Cheng Yu Chang, and the top of the order, Chen Wei Chen, to face the Samurai Japan right-hander. Talking earlier about Togo and the type of year he had for the Amuri Giants, he was pretty solid again this year. He has just rattled off 3 consecutive years where he has been as good as there is in Japanese baseball. And the first pitch is a fastball swung on. It has popped up over on the left side of the infield. Moving over underneath it is the third baseman, Kurihara. He's there to make the catch. And with 1 pitch, there is 1 away here in the 3rd inning. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Cheng Yu Chang. Well, for Chang, he is 3 for 15 in the tournament. No homers and a couple RBIs. He's got the start at third base here tonight. He bats from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Togo, who rocks and delivers. There's a fastball that just misses outside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. I don't know if any of the Asian players chew tobacco. There's a first pitch fastball swung on. This ball's belted to deep right field. If it stays fair, it's going to be gone, and it is just going to hook foul. Oh, boy. That had a chance right there to leave the yard, and that is going to bring Chang back. If it was just a little bit to the left, it would have been 1-0 for Chinese Taipei. He got the barrel head out on that one and absolutely obliterated. It was about maybe 6 feet foul. And here we go again as Togo delivers the 1-1. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to the right side. Fielded by Kazono, he throws to first, and that is going to retire Chang on a ground out 4-3. So 2 up and 2 away, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Chen Wei Chen. So we were really close there to getting some scoring here in this one. It got us to the edge of our seats. And the first pitch here to Chen is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. Chen is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to first his first time up as the right-hander Togo kicks and delivers. It is another pitch that's down in the dirt. That was a split finger pitch, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Again, the right-hander rocking into the delivery. He kicks and fires, and it is swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side. The count now goes to 2-1 on Chen. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, Togo working quickly, delivers. Fastball just misses off the outside corner, and now the count goes to 3-1. It's kind of what happened in the first inning. He retired the first 2 batters he faced, and then he allowed Chi Xian Chen to get a base hit as there's a fastball that misses outside, and that's going to be ball 4. And Chi Wei Chen is going to be aboard with a 2-out walk. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Li Lin. Well, for Lin, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to right field his first time up. He is 8 for 29 in the tournament, as Togo is asked for another baseball. I was starting to speculate earlier in the tournament. I was curious to know what kind of baseballs that they would be using in this one here. Is one of the things is that the Japanese balls are just a little bit lighter and a little bit smaller than Major League baseballs. But curious to know what the international tournament standard would be, as the first pitch, split finger pitch, is swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. Also, too, about the seams, are they high seam or low seam balls? Those are all impactful, especially they help certain pitchers. It provides certain advantages, a little bit more or less movement. There's a fastball swung on. It's lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding second and heading to third, and he's going to reach it safely, is the runner Chen. And now Chinese Taipei has got something to cheer about, as they got runners on the corners with 2 gone, and that is going to bring up one of the hottest hitters in the tournament, and Chi Xian Chen. It's also going to bring the pitching coach out to the mound here to have a talk to the right-hander Togo. Chen is 1 for 1 tonight. He had a double in his first at bat. He is 13 for 20 in the tournament, hitting .650. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. And so if you've got runners on the corners with 2 out, this is the guy you want at the plate. So a real big situation here for Chinese Taipei. With runners on the corners and 2 down, you got your best hitter at the plate. So the conference is over and Chen steps into the box. I was starting to say earlier about some of the players in the middle of the order that are big hombres for Chinese Taipei. Well, Chen is not. He swings at the first pitch, hits it on 1 hop over to short, fielded by Genda. He underhand flips it to the second baseman, and that is going to retire Chen, or it's going to retire Lin on a fielder's choice, 6-4, as Chen is gone here for the first time tonight. So in the inning, they had no runs in the inning. There was a hit. There was no errors, and there was 2 runners left aboard. We're now through 2.5. Your score is Chinese Taipei 0 and Japan 0. We'll be back in just a few with the bottom of the third after this. Appreciate you guys for being here. We got a scoreline of 0-0 as we're moving to the bottom of the third inning. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom half of inning number 3. It's going to be Sosuke Genda, Kaita Sano, and Shogo Sakakura to come to bat here for Samurai Japan as they will be facing the left-hander Lin for his third inning of work. Genda on the tournament, 4 for 15. He's batting .267. He's got a homer and a couple RBIs. The captain of the Saitama Sibu Lions is an anchor in the middle infield for Samurai Japan. He digs himself in as Lin is ready to resume the action. As he rocks into this windup, and now he kicks and delivers. First pitch fastball taken at the belt for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Genda. Our friend Janice Min says, Team Chinese Taipei. We welcome you in here, Janice. Appreciate you for being here. As that breaking ball goes all the way to the backstop, right over the head of Genda. That's going to bring the count even at 1-1. Our friend Pei Ling Xie says Team Taiwan will win the game. Well, we welcome you as well to the stream tonight. They have looked impressive so far, has Chinese Taipei. As the left-hander kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball swung on and is lifted foul into the seats, and the count is 1-2. Probably, arguably, the most impressive is the starter, Lin, here. I like the way that he really moves his stuff. He's got some giddy up on his fastball. He's got a little bit of movement. He's got a decent breaking ball. And he is going to give the Japanese all they can handle. As the lefty rocks into the windup and delivers. It is a fastball missing upstairs, and the count goes to 2-2. And Janice says, Team Taiwan, it's now or never. And that I have to agree with. Before the tournament even began, I said earlier, alluded to earlier, I probably wouldn't have picked Chinese Taipei or Team Taiwan as a lot of people would call it. There's a chopper back to the mound. It goes off the glove of Lin, and he's not going to be able to make the play as that ball ended up getting behind him. And Sosuke Genda is going to be aboard with a leadoff single here to start the third inning for Samurai Japan, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Kaida Sano. I was just starting to say that I wouldn't have picked Chinese Taipei to have gone through to the super round before the tournament started. There was a lot of other picks like the Dominican and Cuba you had to go through, and Korea, of course, is pretty good as well. But you got to tip your hat to Chinese Taipei. They have played very consistent baseball from beginning to end throughout the tournament. And the first pitch, breaking ball, is taken for a called strike by Sano, and the count is 0-1. Sano 9 for 25 in the tournament, no homers and a couple RBIs. Batting here from the left side against the left-handed throwing Lin, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the right side of the infield. Camping out underneath it is the second baseman, Yu, who makes the catch, and that is going to do it as Sano is going to be gone for the first out of the inning. So one gone, and that'll bring up the catcher, Shogo Sakakura. Well, for Sakakura, he is 7 for 16 on the season. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. I'd like to see the move that Lin has over to first base. He's got a very wide stretch, and then he steps off the backside and feigns Sosuke Genda back to the bag. Sakakura, the left-handed hitting catcher of the Hiroshima Carp, waiting here on the offering from Lin. Lin works himself to the set. Now the pitch on the way, it is a fastball that is taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. The catcher, Lin, almost got caught up with the home plate umpire as it looked like he wanted to backdoor Genda at first base, keeping him honest. Genda can run, but I wouldn't consider him a threat to steal in this situation as there's a fastball that misses down and away. Count is 1-1. Genda doesn't have any stolen bases in the tournament, and to be quite frank, he has lost a little bit of speed over the last few years during his time with the Saitama Cebu Lions. And there they throw over to first base, and getting back safely was Genda. It was a bit of a token toss there by Lin. I don't believe that was his best move as of yet. Again, Genda getting off the base, and the left-handed hitting Sakakura waiting. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses down and away. Good stop there by the catcher, Lin. It's hard for catchers to catch lefties at the best of times, and let alone that one as it was moving from the right to the left of the catcher into the right-handed batter's box. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is to Sakakura. I'm sure they'd like a ground ball here. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul into the seats. Just over the camera well on the third base side. Count goes to 2-2. As I said, very well-attended game here, the championship, and of course with the 2 Asian countries playing against each other. Not that long a flight from Taiwan to Japan, where there are a lot of Chinese Taipei fans in attendance. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. This will be our last game, our last live game that we're going to be calling for a while, as we're going to be taking the winter months off. And there's a breaking ball that misses inside. It almost hits Sakakura, but he's going to be aboard with a base on balls. That's going to put runners at first and second. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Masayuki Kuwahara. It's also going to bring the catcher Chi Chang Lin out to the mound to have a discussion with his pitcher. Got to tell you, the American umpire behind the plate here, he's wasting no time in this game of breaking up conferences and hurrying up the pace of the play. I have to tell you, we've watched some of the games in recent days, and they've gone upwards of 4 hours with all the pitching changes. And sometimes the middle of the inning changes. That is where the games can start to drag on a bit. So Kuwahara at the plate here, batting 192. He's not had a great tournament. The first pitch is a breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. But that can all be for naught if the Yokohama outfielder can do something here. Now the pitching coach from Chinese Taipei is making the slow walk out to the mound to have a chat, and then he breaks a trot once he hits the third baseline. There are a lot of Lins on the mound. The pitching coach's last name is Lin, as is the pitcher and the catcher. So that conference has broken up. And now we're ready to resume the action. So 1 ball and no strikes to Kuwahara. As I was saying, the tournament that he's having here, he has not been very good, but he was the MVP of the Japan series. He was absolutely on fire for Yokohama, as he was a big part in carrying them to a Japan series title. So 1 ball and no strikes, pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the first base side, and the count is 1-1 to Kuwahara. Japan, Chinese Taipei, locked at zeros here in inning number 3. It is the bottom half. Japan has runners at first and second with nobody out. There's a fastball swung on it. It's popped up foul down the right field line. And it's just going to sail into the seats just past that temporary seating down the right field line. And the count goes to 1-2. As we mentioned before, the temporary seating is just in front of the netting. And what it is you've got a lot of people that are seated there. And in some places, they'll be wearing helmets. They'll be wearing all kinds of stuff. As the 1-2 pitch is on the way, it is a breaking ball swung on and missed. Kuwahara swung at a ball in the dirt, and that's going to retire him for the second out of the inning. That's a big-time strikeout here for Lin. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Kaito Kazono. Well, for Kazono, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He is 12 for 28 in the tournament. He's got a couple homers and 8 RBIs. He was a one-man wrecking crew a couple of games ago, as the lefty delivers a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0 against the United States. He had 7 runs batted in the game. So 1 ball and no strikes it is, as the lefty Lin gets his sign from the catcher, Lin. And now he steps off the backside of the rubber, and they're going to cycle through some more signs. 50 pitches now here for the lefty. It's starting to ratchet up for the starter. As the lefty checks the runner at second, now delivers. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right center field. This ball could be trouble. On his horse and making a catch on the run on the warning track is the center fielder, Chen Wei Chen. And that is going to do it here as Kazono is retired for the third out of the inning. He gave it a ride, just not far enough, and that is going to do it. The first third of the ball game is in the books. We're locked at zeros. No runs in the inning. There was 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. We're through 3 complete. Your score is Chinese Taipei nothing, Japan nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We're going to ship it back over to our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game, as he's got all kinds of crazy and wild stuff.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action. It is 0-0 Chinese Taipei and Japan when we return after this. Welcome back, everybody. Anko Lin at the plate here takes the first pitch, breaking ball outside for ball one, and there's a fastball that swung on and fouled away. And the count goes even at 1-1 to Lin. Lin 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out in his only plate appearance against Soshi Togo, as the left-handed hitting DH of Chinese Taipei takes a fastball that is down, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. 0-0 ball game. Both teams have now had some chances. As that pitch is a split figure that misses down, it's now 3-1. One thing that I would have expected, even from the Japanese in this one, a little bit more small ball. I haven't really seen a lot of small ball from Chinese Taipei through the tournament, as that fastball is taken for a called strike, and the count is 3-2. That's what I would have more than anticipated throughout the tournament, certainly for Japan, but they have been able to bang with the best of them, and no need to nickel and dime. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field, and this ball is going to be caught by the right fielder, Morishita. Oh, he made a leaping catch. I don't know if he actually judged that properly or not. That ball there, it looked like he may have sort of overrun the ball. We'll get a replay of this one here. And it was like he had to leap and reach back at it. It was maybe not the angled route that he wanted, but he gets a tip of the hat from the starter Togo, and that is going to be 1 away here in the 4th inning. That is going to bring up the first baseman, Chikai Pan. And the first pitch to Pan is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So we have seen some defense here tonight from both sides now. Obviously, Chinese Taipei, their center fielder, making a great grab to end the inning a couple innings ago, or it was there in the last inning, I should say, as that pitch is swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Pan. Togo ready to go again, rocking himself into the windup, and he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses way outside, and the count is 1-2. Pan had struck out his first time up against Togo. 9 for 29 in the tournament, as we said, for the first baseman of Chinese Taipei. Togo rocks himself into the windup. Here comes the pitch. He kicks and fires. Fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count now is 2-2. Sakakura held the pitch there because he wanted that call. It looked pretty good. Certainly wasn't up. As the 2-2 is on the way. Here it is. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Pan is in the books. He's gone for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Kun Yu Cheng. I know he's on the younger side, being Togo. He's under the age of 25. I'd be curious to see in a few years if he would consider making a move to Major League Baseball. But the right-hander ready to go. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses down and away. The count is 1-0. The players, there are 4 players that are potentially going to be making the move to the MLB this year. As there's a fastball that is taken for a called strike. The count goes even to 1-1. Of course, the biggest of the names is going to be the right-hander Roki Sasaki. But also Tomoyuki Sagano from the Giants. There's a split figure pitch swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. Shinsuke Ogasawara from the Chinichi Dragons is going to be coming across as well. I would not bat an eye that Ogasawara could give a type of appearance like Shota Imanaga did for the Cubs, as there's a fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats on the first base side. Count remains at 1-2. Another player to keep your eye on is Aaron Curry for the Hiroshima Carp. He's got the right to exercise international free agency, and he says he's going to do it. As there's a split finger pitch that misses down, and the count is 2-2. I really like Curry. Got a chance to see him pitch 3 times in 2023 live. And against Yokohama, against the Giants, and I believe, can't remember the other team I saw him pitch against. There's a fastball that misses down. I want to say the Dragons, but the Dragons was more Ishida. And he was pretty solid to watch. There's a fastball swung on it. It's going to be grounded through the 6th hole past the glove of Kurihara into left field. And with 2 outs, Chang is aboard with a single, and that is going to bring up the second baseman, Tung Hua Ye. Well, for Ye, he strides to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He has struck out his only trip up. Good round of applause there for the Chinese Taipei shortstop who got himself his 6th hit of the tournament. As the right-hander Togo holds set and now delivers. It is a split finger pitch that misses down. Count is 1 ball and no strikes to Ye. Right-hander against the left-hander. Togo getting his sign from his catcher as he works himself to the belt. Checks the runner, and here comes the 1-0. Fastball swung on and missed. The count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And Togo throws over to first base, and getting back in time is Chang. At some point in time, not with 2 outs here because that's when they got the runner aboard, but at some point here, you got to wonder when going to start to put on the track shoes and start running a little bit. There's a breaking ball missing inside. Or especially if you get a leadoff hitter on, when somebody's going to start dropping a bunt down and nickeling and diming. We haven't seen that yet. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. As again, the right-hander Togo holds himself to the set. Pitch on the way. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. You are listening to the Premier12 championship game between Samurai Japan and Chinese Taipei. Nothing here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side. Count now full to Ye. 2 gone here in the 4th. That runner at first is Cheng. He's going to be in motion here when the pitch goes to the plate. There goes the runner. Fastball swung on and missed, and Togo strikes out Ye for the 2nd out, or the 3rd out of the inning. His 2nd strikeout in the inning. And that is going to give him 5 on the evening. No runs in the inning. There was a hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. Your score as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, it is the same as when we started. It is Chinese Taipei 0 and Japan 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. We got a 0-0 score line. We'll be back here in just a few. It is going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Here is our good friend, Matt Hollis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game.
My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. The lefty Yumin Lin has just completed his warm-up tosses, and he is slated to face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Samurai Japan lineup. That would be Ryosuke Tatsumi, Shota Morishita, and Ryoya Kurihara here to begin the bottom half of the 4th. Tatsumi 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to second his first time up. As we are just waiting here for the official go-ahead from the home plate umpire. It's about 2 minutes and 25 seconds is the official timing in between innings. So even if the pitcher has completed his warm-up tosses, they are going to hold off until all the commercial breaks are done, as that fastball is lifted into the seats foul over on the third base side. Count is 0-1. Tatsumi, the starting center fielder for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, enjoyed himself arguably his finest season in the NPB this year. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count runs even at 1-1. 53 pitches for the left-hander here. He had 51 through the 3 innings. So got to be curious to see how long a leash they're going to have here for their starter tonight. As that breaking ball bounces up to the plate, the count is 2-1. One thing that we could say is that when we were watching some of the tournament games, the walks and the hit batters will kill you at any level of professional baseball or any level of baseball for that matter. As that breaking ball is chopped foul behind home plate, and the count now goes to 2-2. We watched the game between Australia and Chinese Taipei, and the Aussies were walking the yard and hitting people. Even the game that the Americans played in the Super Round against the Japanese, they were plugging hitters. I think they hit 4 batters in that couple innings span as that breaking ball misses down, and it's now 3-2. But here tonight, the starting pitching has been really good. Only 1 walk allowed by Lin through the first 3 innings of his work. And Togo has allowed 1 free pass in his 4 innings. Here's the 3-2. Fastball comes up and in, and it almost hits Tatsumi. He goes down in a heap, but that's going to be ball 4, and that is going to be the walk that we were talking about here that can come back to kill you, especially leadoff walks in an inning. And that is going to bring up Shota Morishita to the plate. Morishita is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to short his first time up. He is 10 for 25 in the tournament with a homer and 9 runs batted in. I'm not sure why, because he doesn't throw left-handed. He doesn't bat left-handed, but I can see some similarities to Morishita as there is to Seiya Suzuki with the Cubs. And I say that just because of the way, the position he plays, and maybe the pathway that he might take. I could see Morishita being the Seiya Suzuki type of player. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball that is swung on it is lifted foul into the seats down the first baseline, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-handed hitting. Morishita waiting here on the offering from the lefty Lin, who checks the runner at first. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball's hit in deep left center field. Racing back and making another great catch is the center fielder. Oh boy, Chen got on his horse, went into the left center field gap and made a catch as he ran into the wall. Morishita is going to feel a little bit snake bitten by that one, but what a catch by the center fielder. That's his second great grab of the night, and Morishita is gone for the first out of the inning. Retreating back to first is Tatsumi. In fact, Tatsumi had gone all the way around the bag at second. He had to retouch. Oh, boy, they were breathing deeply there. Oh, boy. And there is a fastball that is swung on and grounded foul off the bat of Kurihara, and the count is quickly 0-1. We have seen some solid defense here tonight. So no balls, 1 strike to Kurihara. He is 0 for 1. He popped out to the shortstop his first time up. As the lefty kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on, and it's grounded foul off the facing of the temporary seating, and the count now goes to 0-2. And if I had to make a prediction, people were asking earlier, like, what do I think is going to happen? I'm going to say this. I think an error or something is going to cause this game to go sideways, just ever so slightly. One little mistake, and the next thing you know, there could be a couple of runs quick on the board. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep center field. Again, moving over underneath it is Chen. He's there to make the catch, and he fires that ball back in, and it is going to be the second out of the inning. So he's a busy man here tonight. Is the center fielder Chen. That's already his third putout. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Shugo Maki. Well, for Maki, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his only time up, and he went down looking. Batting .259 in the tournament. He's 7 for 27. As Lin throws over to first base, and diving back in time is the runner Tatsumi. Tatsumi runs well. He's never been a huge base-stealing threat for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, but he can run at times, as there's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Maki. One thing I'll say about this pitcher, Lin, I like his stuff. I like some of the things he does, but I don't see him as being overly refined. I'm not so sure I like his finish. As that fastball is taken at the knees for a called strike, the count is 1-1. And what I mean by that is that he has some recoil on his pitches. He doesn't always get over his front side to finish. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 1-2. And I would consider him to be almost in some ways a max effort type of pitcher. But yet it looks like he could be smoothed out a little bit. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses way upstairs. Last pitch was at 91 miles an hour, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the left-hander Lin ready to go again as he gets that sign from his catcher Lin. The Lin partnership here. And there is a breaking ball swung on, and it is tap foul behind home plate. Maki does not get cheated with his cuts. He is one of the better hitters in the Central League. He's got pop and the stick to go with it. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as the lefty again leans in. And now he delivers. It is a fastball swung on, is grounded to the right side. A diving play by Yu. He throws to first. Oh my goodness. Another highlight reel play here by Chinese Taipei as they're flashing the leather here in this one. That's a ground out 4-3 to end the inning. But what a great defensive play. We're getting to see some really good baseball. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left aboard. We are now through 4 complete innings. Your score is Chinese Taipei 0, Japan 0. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. We appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Be right back after this. If you like pitchers' duels, this game has been a treat. We appreciate you guys for being here with us. We're moving to the top of the 5th inning. Locked at zeros. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the 5th inning. It is going to be Lin, Chang, and Chen, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, to come to bat to face Togo. The first pitch, breaking ball, misses inside for a ball, and the count is quickly 1-0. Our friend Pronghorn says he can't find a live stream, but the commentary is great. We appreciate you for being here and listening in. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into deep right field, moving back and looking up, and this one's going to be gone, a home run. And that is the first run of the ball game as Chi Cheng Len has taken Togo deep to open up the scoring for Chinese Taipei. And they are on the board here at a way it is, as that has silenced the home crowd, but the visitors from Chinese Taipei are in a frenzy to open the scoring 1-0 here on the home run by Lin. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Cheng Yu Chang. It was a pretty good pitch by Togo. He was at the knees, middle away, and you got to say, a great swing there by Lin. Stayed inside the ball, going the other way. And that is the Homer Dome here in Tokyo. 1-0 it is. The first pitch delivered to Chang misses outside. It's ball 1 to him. And then there's a breaking ball that misses, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Japan's got their work cut out for them now as the pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled right off of the catcher. Count now goes to 2-1 on Chang. Cheng Yu Chang is 3 for 16 in the tournament with no homers and a couple RBIs. As the pitch from Togo on the way is a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-1. Big concern I would have for not just for Chinese Taipei, but also for Japan. The park at the Tokyo Dome, the balls can fly out in a hurry. So a 1-0 score line is probably not necessarily on the cards, as that fastball swung on and missed. The count is 3-2. Balls can leave the park in a big hurry, and scores can move up quickly, as there was a fastball swung on and missed. And Togo has retired Chang for the first out of the inning. And that is going to bring up the top of the order, Chen Wei Chen. I got to tell you, that pitch there, a good piece of hitting by the catcher of Chinese Taipei, staying inside the ball and going the other way. Boy, the reaction for Chinese Taipei and their fans, unbelievable. There's a fastball swung on. This is grounded through the 4-hole into right field. And Chen is going to be aboard with a 1-out single. So they have found it not it being a mystery to hit Togo. That's the 5th hit off the Japanese pitcher here tonight in this one. So he is aboard, is Chen, and it's going to bring the catcher Shogo Sakakura out to the mound. Have a word with the right-hander. And it's going to bring Li Lin to the plate. For Lin, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also flown out to right field. But 1-0 it is for Chinese Taipei here in the top of the 5th inning. Togo gets the sign from his catcher. He checks the runner Chen over at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Chen does not have a stolen base in the tournament, but he can run a little bit, as we've been watching him pound down balls in the outfield. With a couple of spectacular catches so far tonight. And Togo fires over to first base and diving back in time as the base runner. So a 1-0 lead here for Chinese Taipei. And the pitch is a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. They throw back door, and it's not in time. Oh, Chen almost got caught getting a little too far off of the base. It's now 0-2 here to Lin. It was a good read there, actually, by the runner Chen. It looked like he had tried to take off to go to second as he read the ball in the dirt, but a nice block there by Sakakura. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. It is a split finger pitch that misses down, and the count is 1-2. So 1 strikes to the right fielder, Li Lin. Only one gone here in the top of the 5th inning. Chinese Taipei with the leadoff home run by Chi Cheng Lin has them out in front 1-0. There's a fastball that just misses in, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 strikes. Our friend Pronghorn, who said can't get a live stream, but we appreciates the commentary, and we appreciate Pronghorn for being here too. As we got caught up with the home run call there. There was a split finger pitch that misses down. It's now 3-2. So 3 strikes. Waiting on deck is the hottest hitter in the tournament. That would be Chi Xian Chen. Ground ball here for Togo would get them out of the inning, but I'll have to see what happens here. So 3 strikes to Li Lin. Togo works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. It's on its way. It is a fastball that misses down. They throw down to second base, and that is sliding in safely. I think it was ball 4. I didn't see the home plate umpire go up with the right hand. It was a 3-2 pitch, so I don't know if that was a stolen base or not. But the pitching coach is on his way out. It looks like it was ball 4, so the throw down to second was needless. Almost ended up into center field because the runner was going on the pitch. So that's going to put runners at first and second. It's going to bring Chi Xian Chen to the plate with runners at first and second and 1 gone. So we got a big situation coming up here. But the pitching coach for the Samurai Japan is on his way back now to the dugout after visiting Togo. So 1-0 for Chinese Taipei here in the top of the 5th inning. So Chen coming to the plate. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He doubled in the 1st inning, and he bounced into a fielder's choice in the 3rd. He's batting .619 in the tournament, as he is 13 for 21. Batting from the left side here against Togo. You want this guy at the plate. He is swinging the hot stick. And that is a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. And Ko Lin waiting his turn on deck. So Chinese Taipei looking to add a little bit of space here to this 1-0 lead that they're enjoying right now at the Tokyo Dome in Japan. 1-0 on the way. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 strikes. Shosi Togo's been good, but the starter for Chinese Taipei, Yu Min Lin, has been just a little bit better tonight. But it's been a great pitching performance from both of these clubs. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Chen. There is some action going on in the bullpen for Samurai Japan. It looks like it is Suzuki up and throwing. That would be the left-hander. We'll keep our eye peeled there, as there is a pitch that misses outside to Chen, and the count now goes to 3-1. And with the lefty Anko Lin coming up next, I would think that might be a consideration. Maybe they would go to the bullpen to bring in Suzuki and see if they're going to play the matchup game. So here we go. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Togo delivers. Fastball swung on. It's popped up foul behind the plate. Reaches the seats on the third base side of home plate. The count now is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Chen. Shosi Togo got himself a new baseball. He's ready to do it again here as he is facing the left-handed hitting Chen. Here comes the full count pitch. That is a split finger pitch. Swung on it as pop up down the left field line, giving chase. But that is going to slice into the seats, and the count is going to remain at 3-2 to Chen. One nothing Chinese Taipei over Japan, as they are leading here in the top of the 5th inning on a solo shot off the bat of Chi Cheng Lin. And here comes the pitch from Togo. The 3-2 pitch is on the way. Fastball swung. This ball is hit into deep right field, and this ball's got trouble. Moving back onto the warning track and looking up, and this one is gone. A 3-run homer off the bat of Chi Xian Chen, and that has given Chinese Taipei a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Holy cow, unbelievable. And Samurai Japan is staring a 4-0 deficit right in the face as the hottest hitter in the tournament, Chen, bangs out his 2nd home run, a 3-run shot at that, and that has given Chinese Taipei a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 5th. And Togo is going to be facing Anko Lin here. Let's see if they can get through this inning. And the first pitch to Lin is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So Shosi Togo serving up a couple of gopher balls here in the 5th. There's a split finger pitch swung on and missed. And the count now goes to 0-2. Yeah, 2 homers. But as I said earlier in the stream, you got to be careful here because this home run, the balls can leave the park in a hurry. There's a fastball taken for a called 3rd strike. And Lin goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. That's 2 in the books. That's going to leave it all up to the first baseman, Chi Kai Pan. A crooked number on the board here in inning number 5. A 4-run uprising by Chinese Taipei. And now it's going to get really interesting to see how they can manage this one out. As the first pitch is delivered to Pan and he swings and misses. Count is quickly 0-1. Well, if you predicted Chinese Taipei to have a 4-0 lead halfway through this ball game, then you must be from Taiwan. There's a fastball swung on it, is chopped up the middle, backhanded by Kazono, but his throw is not going to be in time as it does take Mackey off the base. And that is going to be an infield single here for Pan. So he is aboard yet another hit for Chinese Taipei. That is now 7 in the ball game, and Togo looking to survive the inning. That is going to bring up the shortstop, Kunyu Chang. And for Chang, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single and 2 trips. He is 6 for 22 in the tournament. And the first pitch coming here from Togo. As he kicks and delivers, it is a split finger pitch and misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. As our friend Wake Up the Rooster says, it's not over yet, though. Yeah, absolutely. The Japanese have 5 bats coming. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 1-1. They're playing at home, and one of the things will be is what's going to be important for Chinese Taipei is they got to come out and put up a 0 in the next inning. There's a fastball swung on it, is lifted down the right field line. It is slicing, and it is going to get into the seats, and the count now is 1-2 on Chang. That is something you expect from your pitchers when you go out and score some runs. You got to come back and put up a 0 so you can maintain some momentum or keep momentum. The pitch on the way, it is a split finger pitch and misses down and away. Count now is 2-2 to Chiang. Not the start that Shoshi Togo was wanting. Not the start that Samurai Japan had wanted. So a little bit of adversity here for the Japanese on home soil. Here comes the 2-2. Pitch on the way. It is a split finger pitch that misses inside. And the count now goes to 3-2 on Chang. Togo at 94 pitches. One would expect that as night will come to an end after this half inning. And then it'll be a battle of the bullpen. There is a split finger pitch swung on his chop softly over to the left side of the infield. Almost a collision. Genda was coming hard, and it was the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara, who cut him off, fielded it, and threw to first. It's a ground out 5-3 to end the inning, and that will do it here. 4 runs in the inning for Chinese Taipei on the benefit of a couple of home runs. They did have 4 hits in the inning. There was no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 5th. Your score is Chinese Taipei 4, Japan no score. Stick around, everybody. This game is about to get good, as we'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. We got ourselves some runs, and it is all for Chinese Taipei. We'll be back here in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. 4-0 Chinese Taipei as we move to the bottom of the 5th. Well, we have a pitching change here for Chinese Taipei. It is going to be Yi Chang who is coming into the game, as he will be taking over here. And Chang is going to be the second pitcher of record. So I find this to be very, very interesting here tonight, as that is what is going to happen here. So Yi Chang takes over for Yu Min Lin. And as I mentioned, it is going to be interesting here to see how this bullpen will play out. I would have let the starter roll another inning, but that is just me. There's a first pitch fastball swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. Genda, Sano, and Sakakura, all 3 left-handed batters, would have been facing the lefty Lin, at least to start the inning, and that's why I'm left scratching my head a little bit here, as the 0-1 pitch is on the way. There is the fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. So you bring in a righty to face the 3 lefties. Very interesting. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is, as Genda is 1 for 1 tonight. He's got a single in his only trip. As the right-hander Cheng kicks and delivers, it is a split finger pitch missing down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Genda waggling the bat as the right-hander Chang ready to deliver again as the pitch is on the way. Fastball swung on and fouled off over on the third base side. The count now goes to 2-2 on Genda. Genda is 5 for 16 in the tournament, as he has been quietly productive. Another thing I mentioned too was I don't understand why maybe Genda wouldn't be batting in the 9 spot. And I say that because you got Sakakura, who kind of clogs up the bases in front of Kuwahara. But it's been working for the Japanese in this tournament so far, so I guess you don't fix what isn't broken. But I would have maybe flipped those two around, or maybe moved Sano up in the order and had Sakakura hit 8th. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded over to the left side, fielded on 2 knees by the third baseman, who picks it up and fires to first. A nice play there by Chang. That's going to retire Genda on a ground out 5-3. So with 1 up, there's 1 away here. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, kind of Sano. And for Sano, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He has popped to the second baseman, his only trip to the plate. He's 9 for 26 in the tournament. And the first pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away over on the third base side. The count is 0-1. That last pitch was at 94 miles an hour on the gun. So no balls and 1 strike as the right-hander works himself to the set. And here comes the pitch. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into right center field. Moving over is the right fielder, and now the center fielder calls him off. We almost had a collision as Lee Lin had to pull up a little bit, but it's Chen Wei Chen, who's been catching everything in the middle of the park. He makes the grab there to retire Sano for the second out of the inning. That is going to leave it up to the catcher, Shogo Sakakura. And just as a reminder for everybody tonight, we do take a break in between the 5th and the 6th innings. It is a 5-minute break as they are able to do some field repair. And we will take that with them as well, as that first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Sakakura batting from the left side here against the right-hander Cheng, who holds to the set position, and here comes the pitch as he kicks and delivers. Breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. Again, Cheng looking in at his catcher and working himself to the chest position. Here comes the 0-2 pitch as he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded, and it's through the first baseman into right field. And that is going to be, well, we're not sure if it's going to be an error or if it's going to be a single. He had to move to his right to the first baseman pan, and he dropped to the 2 knees to try to be able to get it, but looks like the ball may have gone through wickets or underneath his glove. We'll get a look at the replay. I may think that they might give that an error to the first baseman. I'm not the official scorer, and we've seen some crazy scoring in this tournament. So we'll have to wait here to see exactly what the scorers have in mind. But we'll take a peek here. It looks like they are going to give him a base hit. And that is exactly what it is. There's a fastball that swung on. This is hit through the 6-hole into left field. And now they've got something brewing with 2 outs to the Japanese. So back-to-back singles. That's one off the bat of Kuwahara. That's going to put runners at first and second, and it's going to bring Kaito Kazono to the plate. Well, just as the hottest hitter for Chinese Taipei, Che Xian Chen, is somebody you want at the plate. Well, you definitely want Kazono at the plate. He has had himself a very hot and timely tournament. He is 12 for 29. As the catcher, Lin, had gone out to the mound to have a discussion with his right-hander. They brought the entire infield in to have the confab, so they know what's going on here. So Kazono coming to bat here as there's 2 gone in the inning. He had a big 3-run homer the other night, as well as a 2-run bomb, and had knocked in 7 of the Japanese runs against the Americans, and boy, could they use them here. And here comes the first pitch from Chang. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So ahead in the count here is the pitcher Chang. So Yi Chang, who is on in relief of Yumen Lin, who delivered 4 shutout innings for Chinese Taipei. Yi Chang looking to keep the Japanese at bay here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. On the way, it is a fastball swung on. It breaks the bat of Kazono. It is fielded by the first baseman, Pan, and he's going to win the race to the base, and that is going to be a ground out to 3 to end the inning. And that'll be out number 3 for the Japanese here in the 5th. No runs in the inning. There were 2 hits, no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 5 complete. Your score is Chinese Taipei 4 and Japan no score. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for being here. We're going to put the music on loop. We're going to take ourselves our time out, get a new drink, get a washroom break, and some fuel to bring us in for the rest of the game. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Chihiro Samita taking over on the hill here for Samurai Japan, and he is going to be facing the bottom third in the batting order for Chinese Taipei. It'll be Tung Hu Yu, Chi Cheng Lin, and Cheng Yu Chang to come to bat here to face the lefty. And the first pitch is a fastball ticket for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. 4-0 lead here for Chinese Taipei. A solo shot by Lin and a 3-run homer by Chen have them out in front 4-0. As that breaking ball misses down and away, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. If you're in North America and just joining us, we've got ourselves an entertaining affair here. As that breaking ball misses outside, the count now goes to 2-1 on Yu. Samita wasting no time. He rocks himself into the windup and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yu. Lefty rocks into the windup and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Yu is in the books for the 3rd time tonight via the strikeout. First 2 were retired by Togo, and this one here is by Samita. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Chi Cheng Lin. And while Chi Cheng Lin, he got the party started in the 5th inning on a solo shot the opposite field way, as he is 1 for 2 tonight. He is only 4 for 25 in the tournament. And the first pitch breaking ball is taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So when you're making predictions of who you might think might do damage, Lin was not at the top of my list. There's a breaking ball waved out and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to the Chinese Taipei catcher. So Samita ready to go again. He rocks himself into the windup, and the pitch is on the way. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And that is going to be it as the catcher, Sakakura, holds it up. He has retired Lin for the 2nd out of the inning. So Samita has come in, and he struck out the first 2 batters he faced, and that's going to bring up the 3rd baseman, Cheng Yu Chang. Well, for Chang, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has grounded to second and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. 3 for 17 in the tournament. And he swings at a slow breaking ball and knifes it foul down the left field line, and the count is quickly 0-1. 4-0 lead for Chinese Taipei here in the top of the 6th inning. Samita rocking himself into the windup and now delivers. There's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. If you're new to the channel, we welcome everybody to the stream tonight, as there's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 1-2. Glad you guys can make it in for Premier 12 action between Chinese Taipei and Japan. This is the final game of the tournament. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Chang. Samita looking to try to finish off the batter here as the 2-2 pitch is on the way. He rocks into the delivery and fires. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and he makes it easy work here in the 6th inning as he's able to strike out the side. 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board as Chinese Taipei goes down in order. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score is Chinese Taipei 4, Samurai Japan no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. Take it away. We got a 4-0 ball game for Chinese Taipei. We'll be back in just a few moments after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the sixth inning. It is going to be Ryosuke Tatsumi, Shota Morishita, and Ryoya Kurihara, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters slated to come to bat for Samurai Japan here in the sixth inning. As they will be facing, at least on our books, it's still going to be the reliever, which is Yi Chang, on for his second inning of work. Chang was able to retire the first 2 batters he faced, and then he allowed a couple of hits in the last inning, only to retire the 5th batter he faced. So he is entrusted here to face the Japanese, and the first pitch fastball is taken for a called strike. 0-1 here to Tatsumi. Tatsumi 0 for 1 today. He has grounded to second and walked in his 2 trips to the plate. As the right-hander works to the set and now delivers. The slow breaking ball that catches the inside corner, and the count now goes to 0-2. The Japanese are undefeated in the tournament, and they have had themselves a win streak that's approaching 30 games. As the 0-2 is on the way, it's a fastball swung on and lifted foul down the left field line. The count remains at 0-2. But in a one-game gig like this, anything can happen. And certainly, you got to have a few breaks. I would have thought we might have seen an error or a couple other walks, but it's been the power here, a couple of home runs here, delivered by Chinese Taipei in this one that's been the difference. There's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. Oh, Tatsumi stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 1, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, Shota Morishita. And for Morishita, he is 0 for 2. He has grounded to short and flown to center in his 2 trips tonight. 10 for 26 in the tournament. It's getting to the point where Japan's going to need to start getting some base runners. As there's a fastball that misses down and away. The Japanese have only had 3 hits here tonight. 1 from Genda, 1 from Sakakura, and the other one from Kuwahara. Everybody else, the bat has been in the freezer. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. They're going to have to get some instant offense here, especially with the 4-run gap. If they can chip away a little bit, that gives them a chance. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-2. If you leave it all to the end, it is going to be asking a lot of the batters to have to do something. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the right-hander, Chang, ready to deliver again. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field, moving back on the edge of the warning track and making the grab yet again is the center fielder Chen Wei Chen. He's been absolutely a jewel out there in center field tonight. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. That is the 4th putout tonight for the center fielder. Looks like there is more action going on in the Samurai Japan bullpen, as they've got a right-hander up and warming up. So the pitching parade for Samurai Japan might be in full swing now. And here comes the first pitch from Chang. It's a fastball delivered to Ryoya Kurihara that swung on and fouled away. Count is 0-1. Kurihara 0 for 2. He has popped to short and flown to center in his 2 trips. Right-hander Chang works himself to the set. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 0-2 on Kurihara. 4-0 for Chinese Taipei over Japan. Bottom of the 6th inning. Kurihara in the hole at 0-2 with 2 gone. Here comes the pitch. As Chang kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that just misses off the inside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the third baseman of Samurai Japan. Again, the right-hander getting his sign as he's ready to go back to work. He now kicks and fires. And it is a fastball swung on and missed, and Kurihara goes into the books for the 3rd out of the inning. And that is going to do it here for Samurai Japan. They go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are now through 6 complete. Your score is Chinese Taipei 4, Japan no score. We'll be back with the 7th inning. 2/3 of the game is in the books. We'll be right back after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. The left-hander Samita is going to stay on for another inning of work. He is slated to face Chen Wei Chen, Li Lin, and Qi Xian Chen, the top 3 hitters in Chinese Taipei's batting order. It is the top of the 7th inning as the lefty delivers a first-pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. For Chen today, he is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also walked and scored a run. As that fastball is taken for a called strike, the count now goes to 0-2 on Chen. No balls and 2 strikes. The lefty Samita rocking into the delivery. There's a fastball swung on. It is going to be lined past the glove of the third baseman Kurihara into left field. And Chen is aboard here with a leadoff single to start the 7th. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Li Lin. Well, for Lin, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also walked and scored a run. In the tournament, he is 9 for 30, batting an even 300. As he comes to the plate, one thing we haven't seen much in this game at all has been any type of small ball. If there was any time for that, you'd have to think that maybe Chinese Taipei might want to grind out a run at some point here to extend their lead a little more. First pitch breaking ball misses up and away, and the count is 1-0 to Lin. Lin batting from the right side here against the lefty Samita. As he does a snap throw and fires it over to first base, and diving back in time is the runner Chen. Again, getting his lead over at first base is Chen. Lefty holds to the set position. Here comes the pitch. It's on its way. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0 to Lin. Really, Japan can't afford to give up any more runs here unless they get some back themselves, as they don't want to let this lead get too far away from them. They've only got 9 outs left to play with. As they throw over to first base, and getting back in time is the runner. And the count remains at 2 balls and no strikes. Lin batting from the right side here against the lefty. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Morishita is going to field it, and Chinese Taipei is playing station-to-station baseball here, as that's going to put them at runners at first and second. And it's going to bring the star of the hour to the plate. It's going to be Chi Xian Chen coming to bat, as he has already hit a 3-run homer in this game today, which has been the big blow to give Chinese Taipei this 4-0 lead. And for Chen, he is 2 for 3 tonight. He is 14 for 22 in the tournament. He's only hitting .636 with the 2 homers and 6 runs driven in. I say only .636 with my tongue firmly planted in cheek. He has been absolutely phenomenal. And if the Chinese Taipei goes on to win this game tonight, you'd have to say that he's probably got to be the MVP of the tournament. So here comes the first offering from Samita. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that catches the outside corner at 93 miles an hour for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Chen. It has been a heck of a ball game here. If you're the fan of Chinese Taipei for Japan, they have not made the noise yet with the bats. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the 7th inning, Chinese Taipei with a 4-0 lead over Japan. As the lefty waits here on the offering from the lefty Samita. Breaking ball swung on, and it is knifed foul down the left field line, and the count is 1-2 to Chen. Nice piece of defensive hitting there by the left fielder at Chinese Taipei, as he kind of jumps up and down a little bit with some laughter after fouling it off. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is, as Samita holds set. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. It is a fastball down. They appeal over to the third base umpire, but they say that Chen didn't go, and it's going to run the count even to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Left-hander against the left-hander. Samita getting his sign. It's not been the easy inning that the last inning was, where he struck out the side. He's got himself in a little trouble here. Runners at first and second, nobody out. The 2-2 pitch on the way as a breaking ball swung on and fouled away down the left field line, and the count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Lin waiting his turn on deck. And the lefty Samita gets a new baseball, and he's ready to go as he gets his sign from his catcher. And the 2-2 pitch ready to be delivered. He works himself to the belt. And now the pitch on the way. It is a fastball down. Oh, that's a good stop by Sakakura, as he's able to keep it in front, and that's going to run the count full to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Chi Xian Chen. We've just approached the 2-hour mark here as the game got going about 3 minutes after 7 Japan time. As we're almost at that 2-hour mark, here comes the 3-2 pitch. Lefty delivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is going to put Chen in the books. And he is going to be retired for the 2nd time tonight. But the first time here in the 7th inning, 1 out, and that's going to bring up the DH Anko Lin. Big strikeout there by Samita, especially with runners at first and second and nobody out. So that brings Lin to the plate, who is 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out twice, and he has lined out to right field. So Samita ready to go again. He works himself set, now delivers. Breaking ball misses down, and the count is 1-0. Lin is 3 for 13 in the tournament. He did hit a home run in last night's ball game. It was a bit of a consolation prize for Chinese Taipei. As the lefty Samita works to the set, here comes the 1-0 offering. Kicks and fires. Fastball misses down. It's now 2-0 to Lin. So 2 balls and no strikes. Lefty Samita getting a sign from Sakakura. He checks the runner over at second, checks the runner at first. And now he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball swung on, and it is lifted down the left field line, giving chase is Kuwahara, and he's going to watch that one sail into the seats. And that is going to run the count to 2-1 on Lin. As we said, there's some hitters in the order, Lin and Pan. They are some big dudes, and they don't have Seng in the lineup tonight, who is also big. They have some meat in the order, does Chinese Taipei. Here comes the 2-1 offering to Lin. There go the runners, and it's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the runner has taken third. I don't know if the runner, I didn't see the trail side runner. Nope, the runner at first didn't go, but that's a stolen base by Chen as he has stolen third. Had a big jump. Actually, both runners had taken off. So double steal in that situation. That puts runners at second and third. With a 2-2 count here to Lin, and now it's going to change that dynamic because the Japanese have to bring the infield in. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lin here. Everybody's up on the proverbial grass, and there's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field. If this ball stays fair, it's going to be trouble. And it is just hooking foul. Oh, boy. Saw the fans with their hands extended in the stands, but the umpires weren't buying it as that ball was fouled off down the line, and it's going to keep the count at 2-2 to Lin. Oh, but hang on for a second here. They've called it a foul ball, but the Chinese Taipei managers have come out of the dugout. They want this to be reviewed and looked at. They're going to get together with the umpires here. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think I don't know what the situation is for home runs and how the reviews here in international play would be. But Antco Lin, this could be a turning point in the game. If that ball ended up, they're going to go under the headset. As the home plate umpire has asked for the review, he signals that he wants the headset and he wants to go and have a look. Now, whether or not it is or not, the manager for Chinese Taipei, certainly worth a look at it. It was that close. We had to wait and see ourselves. The fans had put their hands up in the stands as if it was a home run. At least some of the fans did. We're going to get a look at the replay here. As Lin had hit that ball a mile high, it seemed like. We're going to try to get a look as it slowed down. No, I think that ball's a foul ball. But it did look like he hit it, that it extended higher than the foul pole. Here they come back, and yeah, it is a foul ball. The very quick review from the home plate umpire. So it keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as the runners are at second and third here. Samurai Japan has the infield in. Interestingly enough, the outfield is not shallow. They're sort of in a normal depth. I would have thought they would have brought them in too to maybe try to throw somebody out at the plate. There's a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal to the third base umpire, but they said that Lin went around. That's going to be the 3rd time tonight he's down on strikes. So back-to-back strikeouts here by Samita. We're going to get a look at the replay ourselves here. And I have to say, I got to agree with the third base umpire. He did go around. And Lin is retired for the 2nd out of the inning. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Chi Kai Pan. So back-to-back big strikeouts here by Samita. He's got 5 strikeouts in his inning and 2/3 of work. And now that brings Pan to the plate, who is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single in 3 trips. The other 2 times he's gone down on strikes. As the lefty delivers here, it's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Pan. Pan is 10 for 31 in the tournament, as he bats here from the left side against the lefty Samita. Rocks himself to the belt, checks the runners, and now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. I have to say, I really like the way that Samita changed speeds. That last pitch was at 78 miles an hour. It looked like a breaking ball, but when we get the replay, it looked like almost like a changeup out of his hand. More than anything else. Usually the changeups will move down and into the hitters. This one moved down and away from the left-handed batter. Here's the 1-1. Fastball at the knees, taken for a called strike, and now the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is a potential turning point right here. A base hit here would blow the game right apart. And then Japan would have an almost improbable uphill climb, but still with 4 runs on the board, they are in striking distance. You're going to need to get some runners, but here we go. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Pan. Sabita holds set, kicks and fires. Fastball down, the appeal to the third base umpire. But it looks like he did not go around, and that's going to be 2-2 here to Pan. He was able to hold off. We'll get a look at the replay on this one. I'm not so sure about that. We didn't get the good angle on it, though. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. Runner at third is Chen. Runner at second, Lin. As the lefty works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. It is a fastball that misses down, and it is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is here as Samita again. We've got a friend, Chris Dickens. We want to thank him as the 3-2 is on the way. We'll give you a reason why in a moment as that ball was hooked, foul down the right field line, and 3-2 it remains. Our friend Chris Dickens sent us some money via PayPal. We were monetized for a while, but we weren't we lost our monetization a couple of months ago, and we won't get into that why. But he has sent through some money, and we appreciate you as well, Chris, and we thank you. Much appreciated. I look forward to having you around in 2025. Hopefully we can give you a little bit more action throughout the year. So that'll get us a coffee at some point, I'm sure. So here comes the 3-2 pitch as the offer is ready to come here. It is a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly over to short. Genda fields it on the run. He's got a throw, and it's not in time. Sliding in safe at first base is Pan. I'm sure they're going to have to go and look at this. Pan is in a whole lot of pain. He is holding his wrist. The Japanese manager wants to go upstairs to see if this is going to be reviewable. Oh boy, this could be crucial as the first baseman Pan is holding his fingers. He went headfirst into the base. Scoring from third, at least right now, is Chen. And we're going to have to get a look here to see what the replay is going to show, but they are challenging this one for sure. The manager has come on out to check on the big first baseman as well. So I wonder if he jammed it in the base, or maybe even possibly may have got stepped on by Shugo Maki. Maki, normally a second baseman playing first here in the tournament. Oh, this is going to be close. It was a great pick over there at first base by Maki. Oh boy, I think I think this call is going to get reversed. I think it's going to be a ground out here. Let's see what happens. Pan is slowly walking off of the field. The trainer is holding his hand. I wonder if they're going to need a substitution here. We're waiting on the call from the umpires, but based on this, I'm going to give you my call. I think he's out. I don't think he got in there in time, but we're going to wait to see. And the umpires are just coming out from under the headsets, so let's see what the result is here. And the home plate umpire is making his way to the plate, and the signal is going to be... At first, he is out, and they've got up with the right hand. That's going to be a ground out, 6-3 to end the inning. And that'll be it for out number 3. No runs in the inning. There were a couple of hits. There was no errors and 2 runners left aboard. And we're going to wait to see, too, if the first baseman, Pan, is going to be able to come back in the game. The Japanese are huddling it up. They're going to talk. Maybe this is a turning point. But hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We appreciate it here. And again, our friend Chris has popped in here. And we thank you very much for listening in with us here on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. And our friend Chris is also here for our rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We'll be right back after this. Everybody, well, just like that, we have a pitch clock violation charged to the pitcher Chang to start the batter here, Shugo Maki. It is 1 ball and no strikes, as Yi Chang has taken too long, says the plate umpire. The first pitch breaking ball, or the second pitch, is taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. It is going to be Yu Xian Chu is the new first baseman, as Pan has left the game with the injury. So he is taken over at first base for the injured Pan. And the pitch is a fastball swung on and is lifted foul down the right field line, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. It is a 4-0 lead for Chinese Taipei. We're getting into the deep water here as we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Maki batting here against the right-hander, who kicks and delivers. And it is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Shugo Maki. That's the one thing that bothers me a little bit, especially the pitch clock violation when they come back after the innings. There's been some nights maybe we should give the umpires a violation because they've held up the pitchers. There's a breaking ball swung on it, is grounded up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Yu. He's going to have to hurry, and he throws to first, and Mackey's going to be retired. I got to tell you, Shugo Maki really got down the line there. But he is going to be gunned out. It's a ground out 4-3 for the first out of the inning. That play was a little closer, I think, than most would have liked it to have been. So one gone. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Sosuke Genda. Well, for Genda, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single and 2 trips. He is 5 for 17 in the tournament as he takes a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. As the right-hander works himself into the set position, here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on, it is grounded, and it is fielded by the first baseman who steps on the base. And that is going to retire Genda for the second out. It's a ground out to 3 for 2 away here. Our friend God is Great says that if Japan loses today, is there one more game because Taiwan has 1 loss but Japan 0? Both teams would then each have a loss. And the answer to that is, as far as I know, no. This is a 1-game final, and this is how it ends, potentially. Winner take all tonight. So here comes the pitch. It is a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1, which in some ways begs, why wouldn't they do a best of 3 or a best of 5 final? It is baseball, and in a 1-game gig doesn't tell the whole story. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up foul down the left field line. It's going to reach the seats. And the count is now 0-2 to Sano. So no balls and 2 strikes. I know where you're going with that there. God is Great. It is definitely something that should be considered in the future. You have a team that runs the whole table, and then all of a sudden their first and only loss comes in a 1-game final. 0-2 pitch on the way is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Sano. You see that with youth tournaments often, that what'll happen is if a team is running the table in the round robin, and if they lose in the final, you might have to beat them twice. Sometimes that's the way that breaker works, but not here. Fastball comes up and in and almost hits Sano. That came right up underneath the arms as he had to lift it to get out of the way. 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. But that is the price you pay in this one here when you're playing in a 1-game final. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is tap foul over on the first base side, and the count remains at 2-2 to Sano. I have to say, compared to a couple of the other games I've witnessed in this tournament, this has been a pretty decent game, at least from a neutral standpoint. You could use Japan getting a couple of runs here late to make it interesting at the very minimum. As the pitch on the way is a fastball swung on and fouled away down the right field line, and the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Sano. I think the people from Taiwan would say different. But certainly from a neutral standpoint, if there could be a run or 2 scored, it could make it a bit of a nail-biter going to the finish. Here comes the 2-2. At least the television ratings might agree. And there is a breaking ball waved at and missed, and Sano is in the books. He's gone for the 3rd out of the inning, and that is going to do it. That is now going to be 7 retired in a row here. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. The manager for Samurai Japan is coming out with the interpreter, and we interpret that as a pitching change in a few. We'll be back for the 8th inning in just a couple of moments. Your score is Chinese Taipei 4, and Japan no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher to tell you a little bit about all the stuff he's got. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. Shoma Fujihira is on in relief here for Samurai Japan. The right-hander is taking over here, and he is going to be facing the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the Chinese Taipei batting order. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses up and in to Kunyu Chiang. So 1 ball and no strikes. As the right-hander delivers again, it is a fastball that catches the outside corner. And the count now goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Chiang today is 1 for 3. He's got a single in 3 trips. As that fastball misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Chan. He is 6 for 23 in the tournament. Is the right-handed hitting shortstop of Chinese Taipei, and he lashes that one into the left center field gap. It's going to get down, rounding first and digging for second. And Chang is going to get himself a leadoff double here to start the 8th inning for Chinese Taipei, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Tung Hua Ye. Well, for Ye, he has had a tough day at the office tonight. He is 0 for 3, and if there was a bunt candidate, one would have to say this has got to be the candidate right here. He has struck out every time he has come to the plate. We'll do a double check to see if it is still going to be Ye, but that is who they are leaning on, and he is squaring the bunt. So that is not a mystery here. Here comes and he pulls back, and he takes a fastball upstairs for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So Chinese Taipei looking to play the part of a slash. I wouldn't waste any time here. I'd be trying to get this one down if I was him. Mackey in at the corner at first base. Also in at the corner is Kurihara. Again, he squares, and again he pulls back and swings through and misses this time. And that would have been ball 2. So again, I'm not so sure that I'd be playing the slash with this particular hitter here, because he hasn't shown a propensity to be able to hit. So 1 ball and 1 strike as the right-hander holds to the set. Now delivers. It is a fastball that misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike it is to the left-handed hitting Yu. Right-hander Fujihira holds to the set. Now delivers. Fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side, and the count now goes to 2-2. Again, makes me wonder here why they wouldn't have considered dropping the bunt down in this situation. It could have moved the runner to third, and it just gives you so many more opportunities to try to bring them home. But that is why the manager for Chinese Taipei is getting the big bucks. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded over to second. That's going to do the job just the same. It's going to be a ground out 4-3, so he should get some high fives in the dugout for that, as he's able to advance the runner over to third. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Chi Cheng Lin. And for Lin tonight, he has already played the part of the hero. He got the first run of the ball game for Chinese Taipei, put them on the board with a solo shot to start the 5th inning. He is 1 for 3 tonight. They have a conference on the hill due Samurai Japan. They might be talking about maybe got to be a potential of a squeeze play maybe here. So Fujihira in a tough situation. It is going to be the infield is going to be in. Outfield is kind of in normal depth. That kind of surprises me because you got to think that they'd have to be able to throw the runner out at the plate. So Lynn's had a tough series. He is 4 for 26. But a lot of that was forgotten with the home run that he hit in the 5th inning. Here comes the first pitch from Fujihira. Fastball misses down, and the count is 1-0. That last pitch was at 94 miles an hour on the gun. So 1 ball and no strikes. Again, the right-hander getting his sign from the catcher Sakakura. Fujihira holds to the set position and now delivers. Fastball line foul down the right field line, and the count is 1-1 to Lynn. Chinese Taipei enjoying a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 8th. As I said earlier, they've got to think about trying to cash that other run across. Runner at third here, 1 out. A 5-run lead would be a whole lot more comfortable than a 4-run advantage. There's a fastball that comes up and in, and Lynn checks his swing but fouls it off over on the first base side. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh boy, he almost got hit on the hands with that one. He couldn't hold up his swing either. It looks like they're going to get the manager, and the trainer has come out to talk to him. He's really shaken off his right hand. That would really be a problem if you lose 2 of your players in the span of innings. The first baseman is already gone. Now the catcher who's batting here, I think he would want to stay in the game for sure to finish his at-bat. Manager's asking him how he feels, because it looked like it may have got him on the top of the hand there a little bit. And you know what? I think CC Lin is done for the night. Oh, that's a big change. So the starting catcher, Chi Cheng Lin, let's see what's going to happen here. He's gone to the dugout and he sits down. They're going to take a look at his hand. And that could be a huge turning point here as well if they have to bring in a pinch hitter. We're going to look at the replay again. Pitch had come in. He went to swing. Oh, geez. It looked like it may have got him on the index finger. Oh, boy. If they lose their starting catcher, that is going to be, He was asking the umpire if it had hit his hand, if he was going to get the base, but home plate umpire had indicated that he was swinging, but we are going to get the pinch hitter coming in here. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So this is number 95. This is Peifong Dai coming in. So Dai coming into pitch, or into the spot in the order here. Dai caught in last night's game. And here comes the pitch from Fujihira. Fastball misses down. That's always an interesting problem, too, because all of a sudden he's come off the bench to hit, as the night is now over for Lin, as he's picked up in the middle of the at-bat. But the problem is you don't have the scouting report on Dai. So if you're the Japanese pitcher, that makes it all the more difficult. Fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2. So all of a sudden, in the middle of the at-bat, you got to change your attack plan on the hitter that you're facing. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Dai waiting on the offering here from the right-hander. Fujihira holds to the set. And the 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-2. Also be interesting to see who they're going to, if they're going to keep the same pitcher. Sometimes pitchers have that rapport going with the catcher. And that could change the dynamic there as well. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dai waiting on the pitch. Here comes the full count pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and Dai is in the books for the second out of the inning. He goes down on strikes, and that's going to leave it all up to the third baseman, Cheng Yu Chang. And for Chang, he has struggled at the plate tonight. He is 0 for 3, 3 for 18 in the tournament. He has struck out twice, and he has grounded out in his 3 trips to the plate. So the right-hander Fujihira ready to go again. He works himself set to the belt. And here comes the first offering as the pitch is on the way. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. I was at 95 miles an hour on the gun. 2 balls and 1 strike to Chang. Right-hander against the left-hander. Fujihira getting his sign from his catcher. Open stance here for the left-handed hitting Chang. And the right-hander Fujihira kicks and he fires. It is a fastball that misses down and in, and the count goes to 1-1. Old school radio broadcast, as this is the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel, as we provide a live English commentary between Chinese Taipei and Japan. We're glad you guys could be in here to listen with us tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike. As the right-hander kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to second. Fielded neatly by the second baseman, Kazono. He throws to first, and Chang is going to be retired. That's going to go down as a ground out 4-3 for the third out of the inning. And that will do it here for Chinese Taipei. Well, they had a leadoff double from Chang, and he was stranded at third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. Moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come to bat for Samurai Japan, and we'll be back in just a few after this. Appreciate you guys for listening in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the left-hander Quan Yu Chen coming into the ball game, as he's going to be taking over here in the 8th inning. He'll be the 3rd pitcher used by Chinese Taipei. He's worked 4 2/3 innings. He has struck out 5, walked 1, and has an ERA of 0 so far in the tournament. So he will be entrusted here to have to face the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Peifong Dai, who came up in the middle of the at-bat for the catcher. And it looks like they've already put a 1 ball and no strike count here on, or is it 1 strike? Nope, it's 0-1 here, as the hitter wasn't ready yet to come to bat, and so no balls and 1 strike. It starts on Sakakura, and the pitch is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. So Sakakura started off in the hole. Sakakura is 1 for 1 tonight. He's also drawn a walk. He's been on base twice, as the lefty delivers a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1. Sakakura 8 for 17 in the tournament at the plate, as he has enjoyed himself a pretty solid tournament for Samurai Japan. Fastball swung on. It is lifted foul down the left field line, and the count now goes to 2-2. The Samurai Japan are running out of outs as they have finding themselves here down by 4, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. It is lifted foul down the left field line, and the count remains at 2-2 to Sakakura. They need base runners, and they need some instant offense because none of that has happened here tonight. They have only 3 hits against Chinese Taipei pitching. As the 2-2 is on the way, there's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and Sakakura is in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning, and that is going to bring up the top of the order in Masayuki Kuwahara. Well, for Kuwahara tonight, he is 1 for 3. He's got a single and 3 trips. He is 6 for 31 in the tournament, but he is still hitting below the Mendoza line. As the first pitch is on the way, it is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Now check that. Actually, he has raised his average above the Mendoza line. At least that's according to the graphic we see, but I don't know how you see that. I've got him at 6 for 31 at the plate. As that ball is chopped foul and the count is 1-1. So sometimes I'm not so sure that we can believe the graphics that we're given. So 1 ball and 1 strike as the lefty holds to the set. Now delivers. Fastball misses upstairs. It's now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Kaito Kazono to follow here as the lefty will have a steady diet of left-handers to have to face. Here's the 2-1. Fastball swung on. It's going to be lifted into the seats over on the first base side. The count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Chinese Taipei. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Japan. And that is the telltale story in this one here tonight. Some pretty good pitching from Chinese Taipei. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. As they kick and deliver, it's a fastball swung on, and this is fouled away. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chinese Taipei looking for a major tournament victory. That would be a great shot in the arm for them as well because they do play good ball in Taiwan. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is hooked foul down the left field line. Kuwahara got the bat out in front of it. But just hooked that one foul, and the count now remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. I can only imagine what the party would be like in Taipei City if Chinese Taipei was able to win this one here tonight. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded back to the pitcher, fielded by Chen. He's going to run it halfway to the bag. He underhand flips it to Chu, and that is going to retire Kuwahara. It's going to go down as a ground out 1-3. So he's gone for the second out of the inning, and that is going to bring up the second baseman, Kaito Kazono. It's a nice defensive play, too, by the pitcher. As the ball was hit to his glove side, he had to reach back to get it. And then as he fielded it, taking no chances, he sprinted over toward first base and had a nice underhand flip to the first baseman, Chu. And that is got 2 in the books. So that brings Kazono to the plate. And the first pitch is a breaking ball, waved at and missed. The count is 0-1. Kazono has struck out, flown to center, and grounded out in his 3 trips. He is 12 for 30 in the series, batting an even .400. Now the lefty kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on. It is lifted foul down the left field line. And the count now goes to 0-2 on Kazono. So no balls and 2 strikes. After the game is over, we'll give you a full recap on all the happenings here in this one tonight before we put it to rest, as this will be our final broadcast of the 2024 season. And there's a breaking ball waved at and missed. And that is going to do it as Kazono goes into the books for the third out of the inning. And Samurai Japan goes in order again, 1, 2, 3 here. That's 10 in a row now retired by Chinese Taipei pitching. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the ninth inning. Your score is Chinese Taipei 4, Samurai Japan no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. Japan is going to their closer here, Taisi Oda, who is on in relief. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses up and away to Chen Wei Chen. It is the top of the order. Chen, Li Lin, and Chi Xian Chen to face the right-hander here. And there's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes it is. The center fielder of Chinese Taipei. He has 2 for 3 tonight. He's also drawn a walk. He's been on base 3 out of 4 times, but he's also been sparkling defensively as that fastball is swung on and is going to reach the seats over on the third base side. The count now goes to 2-1 on Chen. We are in the deepest of waters now. It's the top of the ninth inning, as the pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Japanese will be down to their final bats coming in to the bottom of the ninth inning, as there's a fastball swung on and missed. And Oda is going to retire Chen on strikes for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Li Lin. No shortage of strikeouts tonight by the Japanese pitchers. They've struck out, by our count, 14 Chinese Taipei hitters. As that first pitch fastball at 96 pours in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Lin waggling the bat here as Oda ready to deliver again. He kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball that is swung on and fouled away. I got to tell you, you got a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and then he comes back with a 76-mile-an-hour breaking ball. It's a 20-mile-an-hour difference. Really got the hitter a bit confused there. So Lin here ready to go again as Taisi delivers a fastball that is swung on and fouled away. That again back to 96. Can really mess with the hitter's timing, going from one speed to the next. So Taisi Oda wasting no time. He rocks himself into the windup and delivers. It's a breaking ball missing inside this time, running the count to 1-2 on Lin. Chinese Taipei has more action in their bullpen. We would anticipate maybe even another arm to come for them. As that breaking ball misses outside, it's now 2-2 to Lin. Again, the right-hander back into the windup. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball missing outside. I got it at 3-2. It looked like Li Lin was dropping his shin guard ready to run to first base, but that wasn't going to happen. The home plate umpire doesn't remind him it's 3-2. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on it. Another one fouled off over on the first base side, and the count remains full. Not a single empty seat that we can see here in this one tonight. Full house at the Tokyo Dome. As it does seat in the neighborhood of about 40,000, maybe a little bit more, as the 3-2 is on the way. Fastball, take it for a called third strike. Lin was starting to bend down to take his shin guard off again, but the home plate umpire goes up with the right hand to ring him up, and he is gone for the second out of the inning. And that is going to leave it all up to Chi Xian Chen. And for Chi Xian Chen, he has been all but as delivered tonight. He is 2 for 4 at the plate. He's got a homer and a double. He's knocked in 3 of the 4 runs. He's also struck out and bounced into a fielder's choice, but he is 14 for 23 in the tournament. And he swings at a first pitch fastball and fouls that one away. The count is 0-1. He is batting .609 with those 2 homers and 6 RBIs. As the right-hander Oda delivers, it is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Samurai Japan's got their backs against the wall. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is hooked down the right field line, and it is going to go foul. But, oh, boy, did he really send that one. He just oozes confidence right now at the plate. Even though he struck out his last at bat, you could see he's kind of smiling when you know that you're right on song, that you are enjoying your night at the office here. That is exactly what Chen feels right now. He feels like he's probably walking on all cylinders. There's a fastball swung on his line past the third baseman down the left field line. And Chen is going to get himself his 3rd hit of the night, as he's got himself a 2-out single here. And that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Anko Lin. Well, for Lin, as good a night that Chen has had, Lin has really struggled at the plate. As he is 0 for 4, he has struck out 3 times. If you're Chinese Taipei there, you might want to roll the dice with another batter here, as he is the designated hitter, but looks like they're going to stay with him. And the first pitch here to Lin is a fastball taken for a called strike. In his last at bat, he'd struck out, but on the pitch before, he had hit a ball that had looked like it had gone right over the foul pole. The manager for Chinese Taipei had challenged, but it was to no avail. So here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field, but not deep enough. Moving over underneath it and making the catch is Kuwahara. And that is going to do it here in the 9th inning for Chinese Taipei. Well, they had no runs in the inning. They did get a hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 9th inning. Your score is Chinese Taipei 4, Samurai Japan no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few to bring this one home for you on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. I'll be right back after this. We are headed to the bottom of the 9th inning. Hang with us, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. The bottom of the ninth inning is upon us. It is a 4-0 lead for Chinese Taipei, and it is Kai Wei Lin who is on in relief, and he's got the tough part of the batting order. It'll be Ryosuke Tatsumi, Shota Morishita, and Ryota Kurihara to bat. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0 to Tatsumi. Tatsumi tonight is 0 for 2. He has a walk in the 3 trips he's come to the plate. Only 3 hits so far for Samurai Japan in this one, and they need the instant offense now. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball swung on, and it is grounded through the 4-hole into right field. And just like that, Samurai Japan has life as Tatsumi's aboard with a leadoff single here to start the 9th inning, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, Shota Morishita. Well, for Morishita, he is 0 for 3 tonight. He has flown to center field twice and grounded to short in his 3 trips. He is 10 for 27 in the tournament. And so if Japan's going to make a comeback here, he has to play a major part in it, one would think. The star right fielder for the Hanshin Tigers has had a pretty solid tournament up to this point. So the right-hander Lin ready to deliver, and it is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Japan is going to try to pull themselves off the rack here. They have trailed since that 4-run uprising in the 5th inning. They have never led. They don't have any runs to show for anything at this point yet. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's on the way. It's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Morishita will be followed by Kurihara and potentially Shugo Maki here. As we said, is a strong part of the Japanese batting order. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball swung on, chopped up the middle, fielded by the second baseman, who flips it over to second. Oh, I think they're going to go have a look at this one. Oh, boy. So the second baseman backhanded it. He had to flip it almost like behind the back to the shortstop covering. Right now, we got a out in the books here, but we're going to have to wait and see if the Japanese are going to challenge this. And they are, as they're going to go upstairs here. Tatsumi thinks that he is safe. Definitely Morishita, no matter what, is safe on the backside. But Tatsumi, as soon as he slid into the bag, he was signaling that he thought he got there before the shortstop. And I think based on what I saw live, he's got a case. But we'll get a look at the replay here ourselves and let you know what we think. And I think he's going to be out, assuming that he got to the bag. And here comes the home plate umpire, and they are going to announce that the player is out. And that is a fielder's choice. It's going to go in the books as a 4-6 fielder's choice. Japan's going to lose a challenge. I think they're out of challenges at this point. So that is going to be that Tatsumi's the first out of the inning. Morishita now the runner at first. And it brings the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara, to the plate. Kurihara tonight has had a rough night at the office. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out, popped to short, and flown to center. As the right-hander Lin ready to go. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Kurihara. So no balls and 1 strike. Shugomaki waiting his turn on deck. They find themselves down by 4, does Samurai Japan. Here's the pitch from Lin. Fastball misses up and away, and the count now goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As we mentioned, once this game is complete, we'll give you the full roundup after the game is done before we sign off the air. Thanks, everybody, for popping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Here comes the 1-1 to Kurihara. As he kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lena Wong says Taiwan, and she is in here. Well, they are doing their part right now. It'd be a major upset on a couple of fronts. Number one is that obviously beating Japan is no easy feat, but doing it at the Tokyo Dome in Japan. Fastball misses inside, and the count goes to 3-1. But Japan still has a couple outs left, and you don't want to count them out until all 27 have been recorded. So 3 balls and 1 strike. As the right-hander Lin works to the set, here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. Fastball swung on it is going to be popped up foul down the left field line. It's going to reach the seats. And the count is 3-2 to Kurihara. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. As Kurihara readies himself again, the payoff pitch coming here from the right-hander Lin. He checks the runner over at first. He holds set at the belt. And the 3-2 is on the way. He kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, ripped over to first. Line drive caught by the first baseman, Chu. He steps on the bag, and that is an unbelievable way to end the game. It is a double play, and the first baseman who came in to replace the starter Pan was able to end it here. The ball was absolutely scorched by Kurihara, and right to the bag at first base as he was holding the runner Morishita, and Morishita had nowhere to go. And that will be a double play to end the ball game. Well, there was no runs in the inning. There was 1 hit. There was no errors. And there was nobody left aboard. Your final score was Samurai Japan trailing or losing to Chinese Taipei 4-0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. I'll come back and wrap it up here for you after this. Welcome back, everybody. Well, that was quite the final here tonight from Tokyo, a 4-0 victory as this game just finished just shy of 3 hours. Chinese Taipei, a heavy underdog in this game to the favorites, Japan, who has seen their international winning streak come to an end just shy of 30 games. But it was Chinese Taipei who kind of played tonight. 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Japan. All of the runs came in the 5th inning in this one here. And they all came off of the starter Shoshi Togo of Japan. In the 5th inning, it was a leadoff home run from Chi Cheng Lin, who opened the scoring with a 1-0 lead. And then after a strikeout by Cheng Yu Chang, Chen Wei Chen got it going again. He had a single, then Li Lin walked. And then the man of the tournament, I don't know if it's the MVP of the tournament is going to be handed out, but as far as I'm concerned, you might as well just put the name in it for Chi Xian Chen and hand it over to him as he hit the 3-run homer to give him a 4-0 lead. And that is the way it was. Our friends that are in the chat here tonight, I just want to thank everybody for listening in. If you guys haven't been around our channel, we do a lot of games in the NPB during the regular season. We like to do it. We enjoy it. We enjoy the following that we have. And we were kind of glad that we could squeeze in some of these Premier 12 games in to close out our 2024 campaign. This will be the last live that we're going to do until March. And so we thank everybody who did take the time to come and listen in and to celebrate baseball with us, as we like to call the games here along with the listeners that we have. And so that is your final score. Once again, a 4-0 victory. The win is going to be given to Yi Chang in relief. The loss gets tagged as Shosi Togo. And again, your final score is 4-0. Once again, everybody, thank you again. Have a great winter. We are going to start running a podcast, but it is going to be specific to the NPB, which is what we like to call and what we like to celebrate late nights. So if you guys get a chance, come and check it out. We'll hopefully have one recorded here in the next week or so. We wanted to do it last year, but we're better prepared this year to do it. And that is why we want to run it pretty much once a week until the season starts, and then we can maybe get into it every day. Once again, everybody, have yourself a great night. We'll see you again in the spring. And look for our other videos that are coming up here in the next little bit. Have a great night, everybody. Take care again, and we'll talk to you soon.